Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to another video. Please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and hit that notification bell so you will be updated on all my future content. So this live stream is going to focus on long division. Our first example problem is 875 divided by 4, and we're going to go through step by step how to solve that problem. So we want to start out by dividing by the smallest number possible, and the rule is the number inside the square has to be equal to or bigger than the number outside the square. So for this problem, we can actually start with 1 digit by 1 digit division. So we're going to start with 8 divided by 4. 8 divided by 4 equals 2. Eight minus 8 equals 0. There is no remainder. Now we're going to bring down the 7. Now we got to figure out how many groups of 4 we can get within 7. So counting by 4s, 4. That's one group. If we count by 4s again, we'll already be too far. 8's more than 7. So 7 divided by 4 equals 1. We were only able to get one full group of 4 within 7. When we were counting by 4s, 4 was the closest we could get to 7 without passing it. So 4 is what we need to subtract to find our remainder. 7 minus 4 equals 3. Next step, we have to bring down the 5. That 3 becomes 35. So next, we got to figure out how many groups of 4 can fit into 35. All right, here we go. So counting by 4s, 4, that's one group. 8, we were at 2 groups of 4. 12, 3 groups. 16, 4 groups of 4. 20, 5 groups of 4. 24, 6 groups of 4. 28, 7 groups of 4. 32, 8 groups of 4. Now if I count by 4 again, I'll be at 36. That's too far. But I was able to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 groups of 4 within 35. 35 divided by 4 equals 8. There is a remainder. 32 was as close as we could get to 35 without going over. So 32 is what we have to subtract to find our remainder. Shout out to everybody tuning in. Please hit the like button. It really helps the algorithm. So 35 minus 32 equals 3. We have a remainder of 3. So this division problem is not going to end up being a whole number. It's going to end up being a mixed number. Here's how you determine what the mixed number is. The number that we are dividing by is our denominator, and our remainder is our numerator. So we are dividing by 4, so 4 will be our denominator. We have a remainder of 3, so 3 is our numerator. And we have our final answer. 875 divided by 4 equals 218 and 3/4. All right, moving on to the next example problem. It's the Mr. Camilleri show. It's the Mr. C. It's the Mr. Camilleri show. Shout out to Mr. C. All right, next example problem coming right up. Please also remember to hit that subscribe button. All right, we have 938 divided by 3. So we want to start out dividing by the smallest number possible. And again, the rule is the number inside the square has to be equal to or bigger than the number outside the square. So for this problem, we can also start with 1 digit by 1 digit division. 9 divided by 3, we got to figure out how many groups of 3 go into 9. So counting by 3s here. 3, that's one group. 6, we are at 2 groups of 3. 9, we are at 3 groups of 3. 9 divided by 3 equals 3. We ended up landing right on the number 9, so 9 is what we subtract. 9 minus 9 equals 0. Next, we bring down the 3. Shout out to everybody tuning in. Please hit that like button. It really helps the algorithm. All right, next. 3 divided by 3. 3, we're already there. We got one group of 3. 3 divided by 3 equals 1. Then we subtract 3 minus 3. Again, there is no remainder. Last number to bring down is 8. 8 divided by 3, so we got to figure out how many groups of 3 can fit into 8. 3. So far we have one group. 6. That is 2 groups of 3. If I count by 3 again, I'll be over. I'll have more than 8. So we were only able to get 2 full groups of 3 within the number 8. So 8 divided by 3 equals 2. 6 was as close as we could get to 8 without going over, so that's what we have to subtract to find our remainder. Eight minus 6 equals 2. So we have a remainder of 2. This is going to be another one where we have a mixed number answer. So here's how we determine the fraction again. The number we're dividing by is our denominator. Our remainder is our numerator. So what number are we dividing by? We're dividing by 3. So 3 would be our denominator. 2 is our remainder. That's our numerator. So we have our final answer. 938 divided by 3 equals 312 and 2/3. All right, moving on to the next example problem. It's the Mr. Camilleri show. It's the Mr. C. It's the Mr. Camilleri show. Shout out to Mr. C. All right, we have, I'm going to say 2 more examples, and then we'll probably call it a video. All right, next example problem. All right, we have 1,049 divided by 7. So step 1, we want to divide by the smallest number possible. And again, the rule is the number inside the square has to be equal to or bigger than the number outside the square. So for this problem, we cannot start out with 1 digit by 1 digit division because 7 is bigger than 1. The number inside the square is not bigger than the number outside. But we can start with 2 digit by 1 digit division. 10 is bigger than 7. So we can start out with 10 divided by 7. We got to figure out how many groups of 7 go into 10. So counting by 7s, we're going to skip count by 7s. 7, we have 1 group. 14, okay, now we're already too far. 14 is more than 10. So we were only able to get 1 group, 1 full group of 7 within 10. 10 divided by 7 equals 1. Now the closest we could get to 10 without passing it is 7, so that's what we have to subtract to find our remainder. Ten minus 7 equals 3. Next, we bring down the 4. That 3 becomes a 34. Now we got to figure out how many groups of 7 go into 34. So we're counting by 7s now. 7, 14, 21, 28. Now if I count by 7 again, I'll be at 35, and that'll be too far. But I was able to get 1, 2, 3, 4 full groups of 7 within 34. So 34 divided by 7 equals 4. We do have a remainder. The closest we could get to 34 without passing it was 28. So that is what we need to subtract to find our remainder. All right, 34 minus 28 equals 6. Next, we bring down the 9. So now 69 divided by 7. This will probably be another answer that ends up being a mixed number, not a whole number, but we will go over it. So counting by 7s now. 7, 14, 21, 28, 35, 42, 49, 56, 63, If I count by sevens again, I'll end up being past 69, but I was able to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 groups of 7 within 69. 69 divided by 7 equals 9 with the remainder. The closest I could get to 69 without passing it was 63, so 63 is what I need to subtract. Now I'm just going to erase what Skip counted here. I am Mr. Camilleri, and this is the Mr. Camilleri Show YouTube channel. (69 minus 63 equals 6, so we have a remainder of 6. Now to find the mixed number, very simple. The number we're dividing by is our denominator. What are we dividing by? We're dividing by 7. So that's our denominator. Our remainder is our numerator. So what do we have a remainder of? We have a remainder of 6, so that ends up being our numerator. And we have our final answer. 1,049 divided by 7 equals 149 and 6/7. All right, that is our live stream for today. Thank you so much for tuning in. Leave a comment. Let me know what you thought of the video. And if there is an area of math or reading that you're having difficulty with, put that in the comments and I will do a future video on that skill. Until next time, this is Mr. Camilleri signing off.